Hi guys, I'm Lima and welcome to It's a Piece of Cake. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make these Christmas cake pops. So we are going to be using some plunge cutters which you can get off of eBay. These are just Christmas plunge cutters that you really use for cookies or fondant, but we're going to be using these today. So I've got some melted chocolate here and I've tempered my chocolate, but if you don't know how to temper your chocolate, then just make sure you're melting a compound chocolate. That way it will set when you put it back in the fridge. So you're going to just put it in the plunge cutter, tap it gently on the table and then remove all the excess. So pour all the excess back out because we just want a nice thin coat of chocolate on it. And then you can leave it upside down on a piece of baking paper and then pop them in the fridge for about a minute or two just to firm up. So putting them down on a piece of baking paper, pop them in the fridge to firm up, and then once the chocolate has firmed up, you can fill them up. So here I've got my cake pop mixture. Now cake pop mixture is just basically your favorite cake or any cake, and you're going to add some ganache to the cake to bind it all together, or you can add frosting. So if you're making like a red velvet cake, you just add some cream cheese. If you're making a chocolate cake, some ganache, and you just mix it together and it gives you like more of a truffle taste. So it's like a chocolate truffle and you can put that in there. But in saying that, if you don't want to put a cake pop mixture in there, you can just put ganache in there. Ganache, I've done it with ganache and it tastes amazing. So really it's up to you what you want to fill them in. But you're just going to basically just really press it in so you've got it nice and compact to all the corners and everywhere, and then we're going to basically pour the chocolate back on top just to seal everything together. So you're going to put it on something just to support it, and you're going to pour your chocolate over it, and that's just going to seal everything so our cake doesn't dry. And you're going to repeat that all and then pop them in the fridge so the back has completely sealed as well, so the chocolate is completely sealed, and then we're going to remove them once they have completely set. So when you touch a chocolate and it doesn't come on your fingers and you know it's set, which is roughly about 10-15 minutes in the fridge, then just get a knife and just cut out any excess chocolate that's dripped on the sides, and then just use your sharp knife to help you push the basically our chocolate cake pop out. So then clean up the ends nice and neat, just clean them up as much as you can just to help you release it. So when you press that plunge bit, it's easy to release out of it. So then once you've cleaned up the ends, you can just press that nozzle bit down, and then you can just use a knife to help you pop it out. And you just, when you push that knife in, a bit of air goes in and then it just slides out. Now if you do have excess chocolate like I do on the sides, just get your knife and just clean up and knead up all those excess chocolates on the side. But if you are making them and you do pop them in, before you pop them in the fridge, you can run your fingers around the chocolate and kneading them up, and then you don't have to do all these steps. But I just find it that even if you knead it up, still a bit of chocolate goes on the side, so I just kneaded them up, but just with a knife after they're set. It's very, very easy. It'll only take you a couple of minutes. If you do get like little bits of holes that you might cut a bit extra off, don't panic, because all you need to do is just add a bit more chocolate. You get a piping bag and just fill up any gaps that you might cause a crack or a hole in, and then it will just seal it again. So it's very, very easy to fix them up. Once you have cleaned up and kneaded up all the ends, then you can just basically color them. Now you can pre-color your chocolate, of course, if you want to. I'm just using some plain pearl dust here, so you can spray it with a bit of non-stick cooking spray just to get our chocolate a bit wet or tacky, just so we can put the pearl dust on and it sticks on. But I've done it with spraying the non-stick cooking spray, and I've done it with that, and to be honest with you, I kind of got the same result both ways. With the non-stick cooking spray, if you spray it, you might get a bit more of a pearly look, but it's really up to you if you want to or not. Now all I'm doing is adding on some chocolate again in my piping bag, just little kind of just little squeezing of chocolate just so I can use as a glue, and then I'm just sticking on all these beautiful shades of edible pearl that you can get from your cake decorating shop. So a range of different colors I've got, and I'm kind of going for a very basic and simple decoration, so just adding on that chocolate as my glue and just sticking on pearls in there. But of course it's up to you how much you want to decorate them and how far you want to go, but I just kind of went for the pearls. I just wanted to see what the white would look against all the bright color of those pearls. So that's what I'm going to do throughout all of them, just that as my decoration. But I do have so many different other ways you can color them or decorate them. There's lots of cake pop videos that I've done with plunge cutters, which I'll leave in the description box below if you want to watch those ones. But like I said, for these ones, it's just the pearls. So this is a very, very easy way to make these Christmas decoration cake pops. If you're making a huge quantity of them, then when you are buying your plunge cutters, just buy yourself a few sets, because then you can make so many at one time. And if you don't want to put cake pop inside them, you can just make these as just chocolate treats as well. So just fill it up with chocolate, and then you could just let them set and then take them out, and then you've got these delicious chocolate treats, especially if you know how to temper your chocolate. So in this one today, I have used Lindt chocolate because I've tempered mine, and it does taste amazing, and they look really, really cute. So once I've finished with the pearls, I'm just adding some little dots of chocolate on them, but of course you can use royal icing to decorate them as well. So that's pretty much finishing them off. Now to add the sticks, you're just going to get a knife, twist it on the bottom to make a little hole, and then once you've made that little hole, that's pretty much twist your knife gently around, you'll get a little hole, and then you can insert your sticks into them. So what I do is I go around and make the hole on all of them, just twist the knife gently in there, and then it will make you a hole, which then you can insert the stick right through your cake pop mixture. So you insert your stick in a little bit of chocolate, push it right in, and it goes into your cake pop mixture. Leave it for a couple of minutes to set, and then that stick will basically glue into your cake pops, and then you've got them on the stick. So it was basically kind of making cake pops in reverse. Rather than rolling the cake pops and dipping into the chocolate, we're making the chocolate first, then filling them and adding them onto the stick. And obviously with the ones that if you make plain chocolate, you can also add a stick onto them as well. So if you do make some solid chocolate ones, do the same, kind of twist the chocolate on the bottom, and then you can add the stick, or you can just serve them on a plate, and then you could put them on, you could just wrap them up with some cellophane if you want to. So it's a very I'd say it's a really easy way of making cake pops if you want them all the same and you don't want the standard round cake balls. So these plunge cutters are fantastic. I'm actually addicted to making cake pops with these plunge cutters because they look so great and they are so easy to do. So I hope you guys did enjoy this other cake pop video with plunge cutters. Thanks so much guys for watching, and thank you to everyone that leaves me the lovely, wonderful comments. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. Everyone that presses the like buttons, thanks so much. Because of you guys, I can still continue making these videos. So a real big thank you to all of you. Hope you tune into my next video. Take care and bye for now.